What's going on, everyone? This week, Keelan and I have spent an hour and a half talking about Lord of the Rings and possible trips to New Zealand. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode 133 of the Storm on the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage this week. Shout out to my insulated can holder for keeping this beverage reasonably cold for being out of the fridge for probably a good 1 hour 45.
Can sound there was a bit unusual, though. Is that like a Kirk's ginger beer or something?
Sure.
Oh, so it's not. It's an alcoholic beverage.
It may be.
They just after the initial, it was had a bit of twang to it. It's like it was like a country western can.
Yep.
Had that twang.
Yep. Bit of country twang to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is a Great Northern that I purchased.
That makes more sense.
I purchased a block of in preparation for potential bartering post cyclone, whilst without power potentially.
I mean, that's a good move.
Yeah, money loses all meaning in those sort of situations. So you
people say cash is king. Have you tried beer?
Yeah, exactly. You have to have goods and or services to barter with.
Yeah, I don't have services, so.
Me neither, so I would have bartered my goods for their services. Yeah. Yes, exactly. But yes, we were going to start recording an hour and 35 minutes ago, but we got sidetracked, as with most of our conversations. It was Lord of the Rings based.
Unusual.
To be honest, it may just be, storming the Barad-dûr from next week onwards, because this is the most consistent topic we've got.
That was pretty good, to be fair. Actually.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah,
off the dome. But yeah, we're a bit delayed, so we're going to try and smash this out reasonably quickly. So
yeah,
I'm in bed before midnight.
In Isaac's intro there, he did say we've been talking for an hour and a half or whatever, but those aren't pre-recorded. Please don't expect. Sorry, those aren't post-recorded. Yes. They're recorded live. So please don't expect now for us to talk an hour and a half about Lord of the Rings. Well, no, we could.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I tempered any expectations now.
Mm-hmm. If you want that, put in the comments, and then we can produce it next week.
If you'd be down for the Halfling Half Marathon March next year, chuck it in the comments.
Let us know.
We'll see you there. It's literally a year from now, so we've got plenty of time to plan it.
Good point. Keelan, what's going on?
Yeah, that's about it, pretty much. Lord of the Rings, isn't it?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's your life, basically.
Had the gig on the weekend, which went pretty well.
Yep.
The new songs seem to go down a treat.
That's good.
So we'll take it. The Terrys were the secret band.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how everyone I asked and was convincing to come to the gig. I was like, "Oh, guys, there'll be a secret band." I literally can't tell you who they are because I'll get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, afterwards?" I was like, "You guys excited to see the Terrys?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know who they were." I was like, "Oh, Heather." Anyway, do you know the Terrys? Yeah,
sorry, mate. Yeah,
yelling into my pillow or something. I guess.
No, Terrys. Y or IES?
Why?
Gotcha.
They've had good songs for a while. I thought more people would know them because of their "Catch My Disease" cover.
Oh, okay.
Which they did for like a version, which is very good.
Yeah. They have a Wikipedia page, so
they do have a Wikipedia. Big. They got like 250,000 monthly listeners.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, and they were at our gig, and they opened for us because they played for us.
Yeah, nice.
But for us, sorry, I should say. Yeah, played before us. So look, we'll take it.
They got a countrywide tour.
Yeah.
And they opened for you guys.
Technically. Only because they had another gig the same night. They had to get to that.
Oh, right.
But
fair enough.
On technicality alone, they opened for us.
Yeah, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, so we'll take it.
Well done.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, look, I selfishly wish we would have a bit of rain to wash away the stink smell. It's been washed
the
away.
last rain.
Yeah, it's been washed away. But unfortunately, it's still raining. So everywhere's very wet again, very rapidly because, it wasn't exactly dry post cyclone.
No.
So water's just on the ground everywhere again.
Yay.
Cool. Yay, fun. The ducks love it though.
Well, yeah, and we had at least one bright side, I guess. So.
Yeah. Although all my ducks are now brown and not white because they're just like rolling around in puddles and in literal mud. They're just like digging it up like in Shrek where he dives into the jacuzzi of mud. Like it's essentially that, and they just head first into it.
They've done the reverse Michael Jackson.
Yes, correct.
Cool, sweet.
Correct. Very good. Very good. All right. Butcher of the week.
I've got the Suns merch team who, a week ago or whatever, got us to sign up to early access for the second drop of their pink collection because the first collection was so popular, including the Guernsey and whatnot. And come 5 p.m. today, daylight time, Isaac was like, oh, yeah, fucking it must be standard time. And I told him, yeah, no, obviously Gold Coast-based team, dickhead. So 5 p.m. rolls around and I'm feeling real confident. And I go to log into the site with their instructions. Not a fucking thing. Isaac does the same. Not a fucking thing.
Nothing.
30 minutes later, Isaac has access. I don't. So I send an email. And he says, yeah, try logging out and log back in. So I send another email saying that I've done that. Didn't work. And I have an existing account that logs me in correctly but doesn't give me the early access. And I can't log in with my email and the password they sent me because I have an existing account. And then he fixes it. This is then an hour later, and they got no more mediums. So,
look, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. So now I've ordered a small, which might end up showing my belly button.
That's right. It's well established you're a medium guy. The shirt said it ran large.
It's an oversized fit, but
yeah, you'll be fine.
We'll see.
Either that, or you just get smaller.
That's true. But I ordered my Liverpool shirt too big, so maybe I just get bigger shoulders to fill this bad boy out, and then
smaller waist,
and then just fucking wear a corset or some shit.
Yeah.
Get that Kim Kardashian Skims or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, exactly. So we've both got a pink shirt now.
Yeah.
Plenty of XLs left, so I got an XL.
I got 5 XLs left too, in case you're wondering.
Also true. And I got a 2XL hoodie, pink hoodie.
That'll be very... Those hoodies are lovely.
There'll be plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty of hoodie.
Oh, were they unified pocket for hands, or were they...
Let me double check.
Down the middle. They were a unified pocket, weren't they?
I think they were singular pocket.
Yeah. More and more I've been liking that more.
Yeah.
The unified pocket is lovely.
Yeah.
Means you can toss your phone in it better as well.
Yeah,
when you're sitting down.
And it's the angle's down on the side, so like it doesn't slip straight out.
Also great for transporting multiple sausage rolls back from the
concessions.
Dude, my mind was like concierge. Killing me. Thank you. Yeah,
sauce roll stand, etc.
Which I will review this weekend. Don't worry, I will review the concession stand at UTAS. Don't you worry.
Excellent.
It's on the list.
If you don't get a Savoy, I'll be bitterly disappointed.
I'll be getting anything that looks funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that's not on the regular People's First menu.
Yeah, correct. Savoy in bag. That's it.
Yeah.
No bun. Exactly. No batter.
No.
just salve.
Yeah.
Um,
And a Bogues.
yes, it will be a Bogues there.
Yeah. Then I'll don't worry. I will try them together as well. I can hear what you're thinking.
Good idea. I was going to say, one of my hoodies I enjoy very much because it has obviously the unified sort of pocket at the front, but it's also got a little, press button stud in the middle at the top. The top also opens, so you can just drop things straight down like a kangaroo pouch into the same compartment with a press button on top in case you want it shut.
Does the Suns one do that?
No, I don't know what. I think the Suns one just has pocket.
Is the other one technically a hoodie with pet pocket? Because I've seen them where people put I think they put their dogs in.
It might be. It does have little yellow dogs on it. It's dark green with yellow dogs on. So it could be.
That could be it. Yeah, people put their cats and shit in their hoodie pocket.
Well, there you go. Could be that.
Can you please do it with both the pooches and let me know which one prefers it?
Sure.
Thanks.
I can do that.
I got money on neither of them liking it, but Teddy submitting a little bit better than Snowy does in this case.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, I might have to test how many sausage rolls I can fit in the Suns hoodie pocket and wear it through a game one day.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. It'll be so warm, dude.
I'll have all of your sausage rolls, thanks.
Yeah,
or do you just purchase them one at a time until you fill up the pocket? You'd pay so much in fees, transaction fees.
I'd have to stand behind you in the line and tell people not to line up behind us because you're just going to keep ordering individually.
Till I can't fit any more.
Yeah. Yep. Worth it as tempt, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're just going to have to wait until the second half of the season fixtures that are announced at this rate before you get to people's first. But
that's true. Yeah, that's true. I'm eyeing up the Sydney game. I did just see an email saying, take a friend for free to the Crows game. Although we won't be there because we'll be Lord of the Ringsing it up, which is a damn shame, but that's okay. We can multitask.
We can put the footy on the TV.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about bringing another one.
Television.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Both things are pretty important.
Both things are very important.
Yeah. I want to see the map on the big screen. I don't want to have to rely on iPad.
What's the footy on the iPad then? There you go. Oh, I want to watch the footy.
I could bring a.
That was you.
I could bring a laptop, I suppose.
I've got a laptop.
Yeah, but then I feel like it's.
I could put my monitor downstairs. 27 inch.
Inclusive.
How's 27 inches for you?
I guess that's big enough.
Okay.
All right. But no, I think I'll tag on joint nomination for the Suns merch team. When you say you're doing an early drop on the 26th, I'm thinking, 10 a.m.
I'm available for April 27th, by the way.
Excellent. Sounds
Thanks
good.
for asking.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds great.
I'm on call, but I'll just take a call and tell them at the footy and fucking turn it off and on again.
Yeah, you just be like, sure. Emerald Lakes Golf Club. Give me 5 minutes. I'll walk across the road and then I'll walk back.
I'll do it for a skooey.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, I'll early drop. I'm expecting at least midday that day, day before, not outside business hours of the day before. Regular drop. So a bit unhappy and not on time when you say 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Not great.
I think they literally, they just fumbled it. They fumbled it too hard.
Yeah, do better. All right, should we get into the round 2 recaps?
Yeehaw.
Very good. And this, what are we up to? 14 minutes. This, outside of actual formal speedrun episodes, this may be the fastest we've ever got through what's going on Butcher of the Week.
Formal Storm in the Beach speedrun episode. The 2-episode series that is the Storm on the Beach speedruns.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Well, you're going to like Carlton versus Hawk.
Yep. Thursday night we had Carlton 8-12-60, Hawthorn 12-8-80.
Just quietly on this, I would prefer the afl.com.au website to have score breakdown in the fixture list without me clicking onto the website. No, the game, sorry.
Yeah.
That'd be nice because there's so much screen real estate here that it could exist.
Yeah.
But
I get why they don't do it on the app, but on the website, surely.
Yeah. Only the sweats he using the website. So give it to me. Mm-hmm. 3 votes, Paddy Cripps.
Very good.
In his defeat and absolute manhandling by John Newcomb, the real midfield goat.
Man, Newcomb had a lot of fancy points, didn't he?
Yeah, he did fucking everything, dude.
Oh, it's all those tackles. That's why.
Yeah, approximately a billion tackles.
Yeah.
We're talking everything but a goal and a hit out. He didn't get any hit outs. He's a small dude. But, for a midfielder, he did literally everything but get a goal on the night. And goals were reasonably hard to come by. So
True. All right. Potential upset blew up in Carlton's face off the back of a 2-8 second half.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You see the clip of Josh Battle absolutely fucking manhandling Charlie Curnow?
Yes.
I was like, yeah, whatever he's getting paid is worth it for the rest of the season just for that moment.
He'd be injured the rest of the year, and it would be fine.
Look, I wouldn't be happy with it, but I'd be happy taking that moment and putting it in his highlight reel for the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. But this is why we need, easily accessible score breakdown. Because I was like, so what's happened here? 2-8 in the second half.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I would like score breakdown per quarter accessible easily somewhere. That'd be nice. I don't want to have to do math because currently I do math based on the worm.
Yes. Yep.
And I feel like you can see momentum shift better if you can actually, instead of seeing total points and total behinds and goals over the track of the game, if you saw breakdown per quarter as well, you'd actually see the momentum shift a little bit nicer. But anyway,
definitely.
I'll ask the yellow spreadsheet website.
Good idea.
A formal request.
Yeah. Hawk on top of the world.
Yeah. Hawk Dam.
Oh, nice one. Very good.
Yeah. Everyone's saying Charlie can't grab the footy. Yeah. He only grabbed it 4 times, but he kicked 3 goals. So
yeah, exactly. How much more do you need?
Yeah. And everyone's second favorite Rewalt was saying on the sorry, that felt a little bit rude. He's only everyone's second favorite because he kind of got the spotlight a bit after Nicky, but he was saying on commentary, move Sicily down back. He hasn't had the impact up forward, and literally 35 seconds later, Sicily took mark of the game in front of got position and then took a tough grab in front of 4 other dudes. I was like, nice.
Yeah, he reverse commentators cursed him.
Yeah. Actually, thank you. I'd put out a formal thank you to the...
Yeah. I think you should show some gratitude for that because it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, Hawks one of only 5 teams remaining undefeated. So, decent achievement.
I've got a funny one on that, actually.
And
for another game.
And big VFL is not happy because there's only one Victorian team that's undefeated.
No, you're wrong. No, you are incorrect.
Okay.
I know you think you're correct, but okay. I've got a. Should we move on to the next game?
Sure, absolutely.
Which was Footscray versus Collingwood.
It was Footscray versus Collingwood.
Yeah. thanks to a name change, the Western Bulldogs have escaped a narrow loss against Collingwood, still leaving them on 4 points. But technically, the Western Bulldogs are undefeated this season.
Good, very good point. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks for signing up my segue so well. That was great.
That worked out very well. Good job. Great work, team. Footscray 10-10-70, Collingwood 10-16-76.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Yeah, Membry fans everywhere asking him where he went after the first game. I guess he's taken a leave of absence after performing really well the week before. So it was the week before, wasn't it? That he played well and kicked a couple, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's just nipped off. He's having a quick break. I've done 3 different things for this game. This is the one I got distracted on because there was something I wrote down during the week and forgot about.
Okay. Would you like me to go? Are you just going to rattle them off? Or
no, you should go first.
Okay, sure. I've got Bulldog Big shows fans satisfaction while penetrating the lid of American Pie.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out actor Jason Biggs.
I've got... You've segued me into my third headline for this game, which is not really a headline, more of a note, actually.
Mm-hmm.
AFL staff writer uses term "the American Pie" in relation to Mason Cox.
Yep.
Article posted anonymously. Can't be a coincidence. It's a shocking nickname. I hate it so much.
I hate it so much, but I saw it and I was like, instantly, how have I not thought of that already?
Because it's shocking.
It's
no good. It is no good at all.
It's so bad. But I went straight to, how can I tie in Rory Lobb's fist going into his face with dick going into pie? And I was like, well, he put his dick through the lid of the pie, so here we go.
I mean, yours is better than what was in the official recap for this, which was literally just them calling him the American Pie, which I get. He is an American and he's a magpie.
Yes.
But like, if you're going to reference the film, the film. Otherwise, you're just getting a bit lazy, I feel. Yeah. Which is, I think, definitely the only reason that it was a staff writer and not a named journalist on that article.
Oh, definitely.
They've been fired since posting that. So. And my third one is also related to the American Pie, but not the use of the term. Match Review decides Mason Cox to pay Rory Lobb because Lobb, quote, "He just punched him too damn clean in the face. If it was an ugly punch, we would have banned him for 3 weeks for head contact. But because it was just a textbook jab, we decided Coxie can pay for front row admission to the boxing. You have to respect Rory's craft."
Yeah, pretty good.
Because what I don't understand at all is the official review. Because I saw it on the reasonably live and went, shock, bit rough that. Surely he gets some sort of fine or whatever. Because even if it's accidental and going for the ball or whatever, I've seen other people get nabbed for almost getting the shins broken.
Correct.
So it's
or accidentally touching an umpire.
Yeah, legitimately, same game, accidentally ran into an umpire, $1,000 fine if he admits he's guilty of it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. No, Rory gets nothing, not a zip.
Mm-hmm. Not even a rough conduct
closing
charge.
His eyes and laying some dude out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Low-key, I've paid attention to him in the last 2 games because I'm confused what his role is. And they call him a swingman. I think he's a swingman because they just can't find where to put him. Not because they can't find where he gets the impact, not because he's impactful at both ends. I think he's just not fitting in well.
He's are we talking Rory Lobb?
Lobb, sorry, not Mason Cox. Yeah.
I think he's swingman by definition because he played forward at some point and now plays down back.
Yeah. It's not a move a chess piece about. It's
correct.
Yeah, he's stuck down there. because he couldn't kick goals.
Now,
but like if you watched him the week before, that was the week he copped like a clumsy tackle or whatever and had some rib issues or something. Forget who ran into him, but it's like he just looks clumsy. It's like he's turning up to games tired or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Now, I haven't seen this thought out there yet.
Mm.
Do we think Mason Cox should have got a week for headbutting? Not a great look for the game.
No, he did throw his head at that fist pretty hard.
He did.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if it, like, I get that impact is important. And
yes.
I saw no reporting that Cox ever got a concussion or anything from this.
No.
And like it was the front of his head and it wasn't like slamming into the ground. Like it was a punch in the head, in the jaw or whatever, like cheekbone. But like, a little bit higher. Like I feel like if you whack someone accidentally, you cop a knuckle to the temple, you might then fall funny.
Oh, yeah.
Whack your head in the ground and get a concussion. Like
Definitely.
we're talking AFL pace, getting punched in the head. Like I just like it, give him 1 week or like just ask him for $50 or something. Like, but saying you owe nothing at all feels like a stretch.
It's
something
a bit
would be
odd
better
that
than nothing in this case, even if it was a very small fine.
Determined to be, I guess, footballing act, full blown accident, right? So they acknowledge there are accidents that create some sort of injury in the game of football.
The Sicily tackle like 2 years ago that was like unfortunate because the dude fell over funny while he was getting tackled. It's like that's probably the most accidental one of all time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like giving someone a concussion in a tackle, I feel like is a little bit in a tackle such as that one is a little bit more fair than being like you went for the ball kind of with your with a fist. With a fist late
and I don't know, probably 3 meters behind where your fist should have been going because Cox's arms are 10 yards long.
Yeah.
So you're just way off the mark.
There's no way you're outmarking Coxie.
No.
Speaking of, same game actually. Who had someone had it was Darcy had the tough job of being on the young man. Sam Darcy had Darcy Moore. It was a Darcy combo. It
was a Darcy off.
Darcy first name versus Darcy second name.
Yeah.
In the same game, and it was there's a clip of Darcy Moore trying to spoil from behind, and at full stretch, the mark is taken over, and Darcy Moore's hand's not even touching the ball. Like that beanpole is such a cheat code, dude. He's 208 centimeters with like 300-inch arms.
Yeah. Pretty casual 4 goals too.
Yeah, game for it.
Yeah, pretty good game.
Still lost, huh?
True. All right, moving on.
Yeah, he's one to watch. Sorry, I'm gonna waffle until you have to go to bed.
Thanks. And rare Footscray game at home game at the MCG as well.
Yeah, just weird all around there.
All right. No reprieve for the turf at the MCG. 3 games in a row. Bombers.
But the Giants don't play there again for the rest of the season.
Undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated at the G.
Bombers 15-10-100. Respectable. Adelaide Crows 25-11, 161.
A game of great defense, this one. This is Jose Mourinho ball.
All out attack. Essendon looking at renaming.
The right D-pad so hard.
Yeah. Just all the way. Keep hitting it. Essendon looking at renaming to the Space Shuttles after once again taking off all right, but exploding shortly after.
That's pretty good. My highlight is more of a personal attack. Draper shushes his home crowd after shittest snapshot from directly in front for the first goal of the game. Proceeds to get 25 goals kicked against him and his shit team. And just quietly for those at home who didn't see it, he was, goals are here. This would be middle. He was over here, and he snapshotted across the goal that way instead of just kicking it straight through the guts.
Yeah,
he was maybe a step off being dead center, and he still decided to take it across the body on the wrong side. The fucking idiot.
It was very bizarre.
Holding the football like this as well, I might add.
Yes, like sitting on the palm of his hand.
Yep.
Very odd. Very odd indeed.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Just fucking kick a drop punt.
Exactly. I didn't spend much time tuned into this one. Just check the score occasionally, and look, from the second quarter onwards, it wasn't even close. So it was a check when I remembered to check sort of game, and I wasn't even worried about it. But,
did you see
Adelaide are flying?
Adelaide are flying. I see some people retrospectively putting them into still in their premiership hopefuls, including Dane Does Footy.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at who they played and you're like, oh, I don't know. You sure?
Yeah.
Anyway, good for them. Look, kicking 160 points is exciting either way.
True.
To be completely fair to them. And did you see Isaac Rankin's goal?
I didn't.
Oh, he was like full beans, takes a bounce, kicks it from the boundary at 50, goal.
Pretty good.
Yeah, like that Buddy Franklin goal, except with 7 less bounces.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And then he got subbed because they were like, we've won it. There's no point. Let's just load manage him.
I did see the commentary about that.
Yeah, it was quite funny, actually.
Getting smashed so bad that their best player just sits out the rest of the game.
Legitimately. Yeah.
Pretty rough. All right. Who's next? Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide, 21-14, 140. Richmond, 9-14, 68.
Yeah, to be expected.
Not entirely surprising. Was that your headline that you
That's
wrote?
the headline.
Yeah. Pretty, very true.
Yeah.
Fairy tale start to Tiger season comes to an end as they turn back into a pumpkin at the stroke of 4:15 in the middle of Adelaide Oval.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, when AFL.com hits you with it was one-way traffic from the opening siren, you're like, all right. Even the professionals are giving up one line into their fucking articles. So
yeah. 6-6 to 1-3 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Never going to be close.
No. Who did Richmond beat the other week?
Carlton.
I watched Carlton. Yeah, no, that makes sense. They've come up against what we know is a
half decent side.
Pretty audacious midfield.
Yes.
And they've been found out so quick.
I think predictions of Richmond, Spoon, and less than 3 wins for the year are still on track.
Which is wild, given that they won their first game.
Yeah. Despite the pace we're on being, coming up to round 3 this week. I still don't think they're winning more than 3 games.
No. They had no one above 24 disposals for the game, which would be fine if it was, a shared load.
Mm.
But for context, and Port Adelaide have 7 players above that number, with Connor Rozee just absolutely fucking slurping up the ball at every opportunity, 39 disposals.
And 2 goals.
And 2 goals. You got to be slightly grumpy, though, going home with 39 that you didn't get 40, though, don't you?
Oh, there has to be one taken away at that point.
Yeah.
The bookies are looking at like, he's got a lot, but AFL, please take one away because we don't want to have to pay out 40 plus disposals to someone's ridiculous multi.
Yeah, comfortably. I think the 3 votes are his with 2 goals and 39.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Who's this fucking William Drew fella? 12 tackles. He's wrapping them up.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I didn't really watch that one either. Would you believe?
No, that was also a bit of a listen where I could sort of situation.
Yeah. I was already packing to for the gigathy.
Mm-hmm. All right, one that I did watch the whole game of.
Oh yeah.
At Marvel, St Kilda 15-8-98, Geelong 13-13-91.
Semi-unfortunate you watched the whole thing then, isn't it?
Yeah, my St Kilda tipping curse lives on. Shoeing or not, doesn't matter. I will be avoiding St Kilda at all costs. Or St
Maybe
Kilda
it does
games.
matter.
It doesn't.
No. You haven't tried shoeing them in for a win this season. You haven't tried shoeing against them.
I did shoe against them.
When? No, sorry, shoeing with them.
I haven't shoed with them. Yes, correct.
Sorry, I meant against them as in the team against them. Yeah,
sure.
So there's still
I don't want to.
You could give it a go.
I don't want to tip St Kilda. I can't tip against them and then shoot them in.
Yeah, true. My headline is the Saints go marching into another season just to fuck with Isaac. The Isaac shoeing in Saints opposition curse lives on.
You're welcome for the segue.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're on segues tonight. Holy shit.
It's just too easy. My headline, Saints count their blessings as Cats couldn't kick 9th live balls through the big sticks in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They kicked 8-7 in the second half. The Cats, 8-7 to 5-3.
What was JC doing for this game? Not much.
He was hanging around half back pocket a lot, I saw. Opposite end of the ground, definitely not a lot.
He's going for that swingman title. He's like, oh, if Sis can do it, I can do it, mate.
Yeah, exactly. The Saints one-upping Port in regards to players above the opposition player on number of disposals with 8.
Ooh.
Highest Cat was 22. Not a great day out.
That's brutal.
I think the thing that irked me the most, I don't like St Kilda, flat out as well. They're up there on the list.
I'm happy to jump in on that too.
Yeah. The thing that irked me the most, right, was I knew Geelong was good enough to get back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And St Kilda was celebrating like they'd won the grand final when they kicked 31 points in the first quarter. And I was just hovering, waiting to send the congrats to St Kilda for kicking 31 points in the first quarter button after they lost. And they just hung on, which I was very disappointed by.
Yeah, look, I think you can just put all the blame on Ollie Henry at this point, kicking 0-2. And Jai Clark, while you're at it, for also kicking 0-2. I think it's entirely fair to lay the blame on individuals.
Yeah, to be fair, I think Jai Clark's one was a goal but overturned.
I think it touched
for touched or post or snicko. I think it was a touch
so you
situation.
were filing him under at least he kicked it straight-ish. Oh
no, it wasn't. It was the second last behind, which was a rush behind, which was a foot race on the goal line, and it looked like, who was it? I don't remember. Maybe Close socketed in, but the St Kilda player actually got back and socketed in first.
Ooh.
Right on the line, and then Dangerfield also missed. But yeah, three behinds to wrap up. Not great. So yeah, not a great day.
No,
certainly not a great evening. All right, over to Sunday at the Gabba for the Premiership flag unveiling.
Oh yeah,
we had Brisbane 14-10-94, West Coast 11-9-75, but it was looking bad for a time.
Oh, thanks for the segue.
West Coast took it personally.
I've got Lions fan 69420, Zach, was shitting his pants at my house on Sunday watching his beloved Lions get hammered early by the Eagles. But luckily, before Zach could leave my house early, the Eagles departed and left the Lions to clean up their own mess.
Nice. Very good. It turns out the Eagles didn't like the premiership flag being unfurled in their face.
No.
Came out hot. 5-2 to 1-2 first quarter. 8-3 to 4-3 at halftime. And then the Lions were just too good after that, really. It was still close for a while into the last quarter, but not too good. I had Gabatoir survives early scare over the weekend before official end-of-life announcement on Tuesday.
Don't skip ahead.
Don't skip ahead.
Don't skip ahead.
Yeah. But also, big complaints coming out for starting a game of football at 12:10 local time in Brisbane in March.
Yeah.
Fair complaint, I think.
Rightfully so.
Lots of players cramping.
Well, to be fair, both teams should probably be used to that. If you normally play in Perth and you normally train in Brisbane, you're probably reasonably...
Good point. Great point, Keelan.
It's not like they were
It's not like they train at 7 p.m. at night.
To be fair, they could train during the day.
I think they train during the day most of the time. Most of their training
sweet.
sessions during the day.
All right, I don't know their training schedule, right? All right.
Which is bizarre, given most of the games are later.
Yeah. Well, no, you're going to get more fit if you train with the sweat, aren't you?
True.
But, not necessarily more fit, but, you're going to get, science. But it's not like they were like, oi, fucking Tassie Devils, mate, you want to come up here for your first game, and I know you've been training in that brisk 20-degree, 0% humidity.
Yep.
But you just want to come up here and get hammered at 12:10 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon in March.
The biggest shoo-in of the it might be shoo-in of the decade once they join.
Whoa.
Will be Tasmania Devils at Gold Coast Suns in Darwin. Shoo-in of the decade, Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah. Lock.
It won't even be close.
No.
And Gold Coast Suns team total over in fourth quarter alone, because the Devils will be down with cramps by that point.
Oh, they'll be fried.
They'll be down to no players on the bench. That's my prediction for 3 years' time? Whenever they come to comp?
2020. Is it 2028?
I don't know.
Really? Was it 2030? I thought maybe.
$2028.
It is.
Lock it in right now. Pencil it in to your diaries.
Who even knows if the Gold Coast Suns will be playing games in Darwin in 2028? I don't even know if the AFL knows that.
Good point.
Put a reminder in your diary, though. Do that for January 2028, just to make sure.
Definitely.
Check the
only
fixture
confirmed
list.
through to 2026 at this stage up in Darwin.
Okay.
So, yeah. Inclusive, but yeah. Good point. But still worth a shout.
They might actually play less games, less fun games like that as well, because they do have to factor in that, in theory, you'd have to play a game in Launceston / Hobart, wherever it's going in. Hobart, isn't it?
Hobart. There'll be games in Launceston.
Yeah.
I reckon, although the stadium will cost a lot of money, I reckon they'll do 3 games a year in Launceston. My estimate. Because if you have, say, 12 and 12 or 11 and 12, whatever it is, I don't know what the figure. I guess it'll be more. Maybe they'll play an extra. If you do 12 and 12 home and away. do
Well,
3 of
Tasmania is
those.
extended to 2027 with the Hawks.
So right before.
Right before. So maybe... Because, like, they could very much do a... Hawks or... I don't know where North extended to, but, like, you could still very much do they play at Lonnie as well. But anyway.
Yeah. Also, when's their stadium been built as well is a real question.
Oh, shit. Surely it doesn't get up that quickly.
You wouldn't think so. They're already doubtful about the don't skip ahead thing that we're going to discuss in a bit getting up by when it needs to in 7 years' time. I would be very shocked if they both got up.
Well, here's the thing.
That rapidly.
The stadium in Hobart is is getting put in as a project of state significance.
True.
In theory, the Olympic ones would too.
It's of some may describe it of Olympic proportions.
Yeah, this ABC article just has like lots of big numbers, 885 million or something. I don't know. Just toss a stadium. It's not even that hard.
Yeah.
Even fucking Everton have just put in a new stadium. Like,
not even on real land too.
Yeah, they just
built a dock for it, and it's floating out there.
Fill up some fucking 40-gallon jugs and then toss them in the... Fill them up with air, and then toss them in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that fits more than this new planned Hobart Stadium too.
Yeah, they've swept some stadium news under the rug with big stadium news coming out recently, obviously, but only what was this yesterday afternoon, which was pretty much immediately after a different stadium announcement. There's doubts about the roof in the new Hobart Stadium about whether they can host cricket if it's going to be a glass roof because of issues with the shadows, because it's meant to be glass with like lattice
beams.
Beams.
There's enough significant cricket grounds around the place, and if you put BBL in there, they're going to be playing under lights anyway. I'd be very much okay with the test team not having to go to Hobart every now and then, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out that new Everton Stadium has been opened already. I had no idea.
There you go.
Opened in Feb, 17th of Feb.
Here you go. Apparently, the new Hobart Stadium is only so far guaranteed to host 7 AFL matches per season. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that means their concession stand price is going to be fucking astronomical?
They've got to do something. And then it says among 44 other assumed events, such as future Matildas and NRL fixtures.
Well, the Hobart Hurricanes, surely they're playing there, right?
You'd hope so.
And look, as long as they can get the lights down, like I assume under these that lattice, well, not lattice work because it's not really tight, but under the grid of beams in the thing, you could probably have some kind of LED light situation to keep it even for cricket that is okay to be played under lights. Yeah,
correct. I think they'll figure it out. I mean, there's internal lighting in Marvel Stadium, obviously, but that's a solid roof. But come on, it's Tassie we're talking about here. How much sunlight are you really concerned about?
I don't think they have to worry about too much.
Like, oh no, one of our 5 days per year that we get sunshine happens to be on a day where we're playing cricket in the stadium.
Yeah, I don't think the Big Bash would really care. I think it's
Test cricket.
It's Test cricket, and just don't send them there, dude.
Yeah,
simple. I don't know how many Hobart people would go to 5 days of a Test match. I don't know.
I mean, more if it was probably inside. Although, actually, I don't know if they would, because it's not actually cold there in summer, and you're just in a big greenhouse at that point.
Yeah,
in the middle of summer watching cricket.
You're just kind of a day for it in a shed, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because funnily enough, I don't think the glass roof is planned on being retractable either.
No, it's not. It's not. Timber roof, like the
Gold Coast Suns versus the Hobart Greenhouse match might be a tough one actually. That'll
True.
be pretty slippery game. That
Very true. I reckon looking at the mock-ups of this stadium, they could just cut down, I don't know, 8 hewn pines and just lay them across, like splice it up and lay it across, and you're done.
The thing is, you don't even have to cut them down. You just fucking scoop them up off the bottom of the river because they've been there for a decade already.
And they're fine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
All right.
How's that for some local fauna knowledge for you all?
There you go.
I've been to
I hope they do
Huonville.
make
What
it out
up?
of human pine, because it would just last forever. Like, you'd never have to knock it down. You'd pull it down back in one piece and then reuse it again.
It'd be a vibe.
Yeah. What match are we up to?
North D's nuts.
Nice one.
Thanks. That was off the dome.
All right. Speaking of a dome, Marvel Stadium, North Melbourne, 1911-125. Melbourne, 9-12-66.
Disgusting D's disaster class delights North fans. D's officially on fraud watch.
Fraudy watch. Nice one. Very good.
Thanks for slam dunking that segue. We are on fire this evening.
Maybe we should just hang out for an hour and a half before every show.
We might have to low key hop on the call at 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah. All right, and I had helmet homies Daniel and Cherry pop off as Ruse hop all over Melbourne.
That's not bad. That's pretty good actually.
Oh,
fucking hell.
Yep. And a little bit of a, I don't know, well hidden double meaning in the first part of the sentence that you don't realize until you get to the second part of the sentence.
Yeah.
With the cherry pop.
It's pretty solid.
But yeah, the old use a helmet, kids.
Yeah.
Practice safe sex.
Oh, that makes it a bit more obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look. If I'm not mistaken, did they not play decent football against the Giants the other week? The D's, that
yeah,
is?
they did. The D's did, correct.
Yeah. So this is when we were talking off air, and I was confused and saying how I was confused about the state of everyone this season.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I thought but based on my predictions, I thought North and D's were going to be shit, or at least not great.
Yep.
But based on just raw data here, if the Giants only beat the D's by 3 and North beat the D's by 1 billion, does that mean North are better than the Giants? It's not a fair comparison by any means, but
no, that's how it works.
Oh, okay, sweet.
We're still a few weeks away from what's it called, the circle of parity? Is that what it's called?
I do like the circle that is created when everyone's been beaten.
Yes, everyone beats everyone else.
Yeah.
We're still a few.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough so far, obviously, because the Western Bulldogs are undefeated.
Yes, also that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also that. But straight up killed them.
The Giants, but yeah.
Max Gorn washed, perhaps, but
I saw the headline of an article earlier. Can anyone truly be greater than Max Gorn? I was like, right now, yeah. Like legacy, whatever, good legacy or whatnot. But right now, hello, you watching footy?
It's like, yeah, there was someone, I don't know, 3 days ago that was better than him.
Yeah. Time flies.
Since someone was better than Max Gorn. 3.
Yeah. I didn't actually see the side by side on Cherry and Gorn. Let's go to the player stats right
Cherry,
now. Let's just jump in. Hitouts.
29 hitouts to
27.
20 disposals to 11, 1 goal straight to nothing.
Yeah, consistently greater impact across the board, actually.
Yeah.
There's
Jerry,
no
12
trade-off here.
clearances.
Hear me up. Maybe the D should have stuck with the Grundy-Gorn combo.
It's a bold strategy, but maybe.
It's a little bit of a joke.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not great, is it?
No, but credit to North. They
absolute full credit to the boys.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty top 8. Rare air for them. See how they go throughout the season. I don't have great expectations for them, but if they keep playing like that,
yeah, they might rise to 12th.
They might be half decent.
Yeah. Look, if they keep playing like that, they'll probably pip the shit teams of Essendon and St Kilda and whatnot. So
absolutely. To be fair, they did keep it very close in a high scoring game against the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Who, as we know, are undefeated.
Yeah. That's another weird one, to be fair, because I'm like, oh, Bulldogs midfield's all right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hold on, nah, but I feel like Demons midfield should be better than the Bulldogs midfield. Anyway. Just how the cookie crumbles on different days, I suppose.
Yeah. Any given Sunday and such.
This one was a Sunday. I'm not sure if their previous one was because it was a nighttime game, so it might have been a Saturday or a Friday probably not a Thursday. Not a Friday either, are they? They're North, so
yeah, it was a Saturday evening,
9 p.m. or something.
But it was 7:35, and across town was Collingwood playing also at 7:35. So yeah,
sad one that.
So it certainly wasn't a prime time.
Oh, that's right. We did complain about that being
it was a prime time slot by definition, but certainly wasn't all eyes on.
No. Speaking of all eyes off, the next game.
Are you saying people didn't watch it? Is that what you're going for?
It's just low scoring.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Obligatory watch last round of the weekend.
There was nothing else on.
Correct.
Sorry.
I mean, the fact that it starts so late is great. But once again, I'm going to put this complaint out there. Yellow footy, really?
Mm-hmm.
Bright daylight. What are we doing? Let's sort it out.
Time difference, it was like 9 a.m.
exactly.
In Perth, so.
Optus Stadium, Fremantle Dockers, 9:11:65. Sydney Swans, 9:14:68.
So close. One more behind.
Yeah. Would have been even nicer.
Yeah. I had fuck all for this one. We talked about Lord of the Rings for an hour and a half instead of me doing this one.
I see. Fair enough. You want to come up with one on the fly?
You do yours first so I don't tread on your toes accidentally.
Okay, sure. Something I haven't referred to, but I do tap into this. Okay, I've used it once or twice. People may or may not remember.
Mm-hmm.
Something might be useful for you is, I believe Optus Stadium is on the banks of the Swan River.
Oh.
Could be useful. But either way, I had Boyle over in Perth as Bice steamed down the wing for his first goal before a mighty dash to Dockers' dreams with a late swan dive for the win.
Did he actually swan dive?
No. No, he kicked a very, very straight
Duran
shot.
Toten and fucking diving down the stairs. Rounds 1 through 4 in the first room, you know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. He kicked a very, very straight set shot. But what was that headline that I saw? I feel like it didn't deserve... It deserved more from what I saw from, journos.
Mm.
Let me find it. See if you can come up with something. But I thought Bice steaming down the wing was pretty good.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
He is Riley Bice as well, so he is R Bice.
How do you spell that? Oh, it's literally.
Rice with a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His moustache is fucking incredible too.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, no, it is very like mine, isn't it? So I wouldn't go fucking incredible. I wouldn't go fucking incredible. It is incredible.
Little pat yourself on the back.
In the thumbnail version of his photo, it looked bigger in relation to his head. I think probably because of the mullet-esque haircut, the business mullet, if you will.
Yep.
Just a few observations I'm getting here from the stats. I've sorted by disposals, and I can see that Jaeger O'Meara, friend of the Suns, friend of the Hawks, just racked up some Paddy Cripps disposals, which also known as junk disposals in the league, topping the disposals with 32. 32. And doing not much with them.
32, 1 inside 50.
5 clearances.
5 clearances. Yeah.
So not great. I can assume he got the ball out of the stoppage and handballed it straight back in.
Yeah.
He did spend, fucking the whole game on the ground though. So yeah, what an engine on him or whatever. I got nothing. I was trying to work in that Swan River thing. I don't know. The Swans swanned down the Swan on the backs of swans with their swin.
At the home of the Black Swans.
Who's that?
That's on the west. It's West Australia.
Oh, is that their
emblem?
Their state bird or whatever.
I don't think it's their official state bird. Funnily enough,
ours is the lyrebird, right?
It's on their state flag though.
Australia is the emu, yeah. ACT is a gang cockatoo. Oh, bro, I'm moving to laughing kookaburra territory. How's that?
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah. Wow, the fucking Brolga, dude. Boo. Oh, Queensland's Brolga territory. Also, low-key, South Australia is just the piping shrike, which is 100% the shit name for a magpie. Oh, yep, it's a white-backed magpie. There you go.
Interesting. Oh, here you go. It's their bird emblem, but not their animal emblem.
Birds aren't animals. They're fucking robots.
Yeah, exactly. They recharge at night. That's why I go sit on the power lines.
Tasmania doesn't have one. They've only got an unofficial one, which is the yellow wattle bird.
Interesting.
Very unusual.
Yeah, so not their animal emblem, but their bird emblem is a numbat. And I didn't know this, otherwise noted as a banded anteater, which is noun, another term for numbat. I did not know they were called anything else.
Numbat or anteater?
I didn't know they were called banded anteaters.
Oh. I very specifically remember...
They don't even eat ants. They eat termites.
What ants? Americans call them white ants. I very specifically remember getting one of these in Yowies when Yowies used to be good.
Oh, yeah.
That was the shit. Why can't we have that shit? Now I walked in 7-Eleven the other day, saw Yowies on sale. I was like, fuck yeah. And then saw a big NRL logo on it and turned the fuck around, didn't pay for my petrol and just drove out of there.
Yeah, why can't they have anything good like, I don't know, the full Rivendell Lego set inside a Yowie?
That would be $800 worth of value. I would eat my way through that shitty compound chocolate so fucking quickly.
Be so big. Be such a big egg.
I feel like Yowies back in the day used to actually be Cadbury. They were. I don't think they are anymore. Low key. They were in their peak. They were selling 1 million units a week.
That's a lot of units.
That's a lot of units in the early, late 90s and early 2000s. and for some reason they relaunched in 2014 for US markets, and then a
What were they
Perth-based
called over
company,
there? Big feedies.
a Perth-based company bought them in 2012. So they're actually an Australian company again,
There you
technically, I think, and they're called the Yowie Group. So I think they may have founded on the basis of bringing back the Yowie. Kind of goated, if I'm honest. It's about that tastes not very good anymore.
Here we go. On the bottom of the Yowie's listing on Woolies website, currently everyday low price of $3.50 for 28 gram Yowie. Scroll
Low
down.
price is relative.
Yes. Scroll down. Made in United States of America.
So maybe they're imported under license by the Yowie Group.
Possibly.
But yeah, they don't taste like good Australian Cadbury anymore, which is really sad. There's also no Yowie American Australian website. Look, all right, it's enough on Yowies. I'm gonna rant for hours on these if we keep going.
Yeah, let's move on to Abominable Snowmen.
That was a good one, even though you dropped out a little bit for me.
The listeners will hear it.
Yeah,
they'll get a laugh.
I'll just they'll laugh and they'll hear me not laugh and low-key they should have renamed them just like fucking Bigfoots or some shit if they were doing it in the US. You know what the fuck's a Yowie? You know,
Sasquatches.
Sasquatch eye actually, it's because it's a originally Latin word Sasquatch.
Is it?
No.
Oh. It's not Yowie eye.
Shocker. All right,
you buy multiple Yowies, you get a free yodeling lesson.
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
Terrible. That's terrible. All right. Shuin recap. Keelan's stuck with the well, which is very much not poisoned. He's got Hock all 3 weeks. So he's on 3 wins. I obviously lost with Geelong this week, so I'm still on 1.
That's no fault of your own, to be completely fair.
No fault of my own. But I guess I'll take the time now. You may have seen our tipping post. We've put on there a third member to take the spot of Matt. Being we've put in place the kiss of death. So KOD is gonna give us the tips for every upset, every game, the upset for every game. And KOD almost came out of this with 3 from 3 as well. He almost had 3 dubs because the Eagles were leading Brisbane for quite a long while, but still 2 wins on technicality using opening round. So yeah, I'm dead last after Kiss of Death in shoe-in competition.
Why was Kiss of Death Hawk? Oh, because it was only 2 games.
Yeah, there were only 2 games, and Hawk was the biggest underdog by not much.
Oh, that was the Sydney game. No, yeah, sorry, that makes a lot of sense.
I think Sydney were like $1.80 favourites. And
it was like $1.90 or something.
And GWS were $1.85 favourites, so therefore it was like $2 versus $1.95 or something like that, like the opposite ways. So they were only just. So shout out KOD so far.
Do you want to do more tips or do you want to do this news?
I might do the news first and then we'll do tips. So news we were alluding to that we weren't skipping ahead to was RIP to the Brisbane Cricket Ground, otherwise, more commonly known as the Gabba, but let's give it its due respect. The official home of footy in Brisbane, the Brisbane Cricket Ground, will be no longer following the Brisbane Olympics in 2032. A new 63,000-seat stadium will be built at Brisbane's Victoria Park. So we're going to have to come up with something for that.
That's shocking that it's Victoria Park. Fucking VFL loves it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great
and
shout.
Just quietly, just based on maths alone, that's another 21,000 bums on seats.
It is.
So that's pretty good.
That'd be good. Hopefully the Lions are still good or good again shortly after that stadium is done.
I'm only thinking about the test matches.
Great point.
Yeah.
Good point. But we're going to have to workshop it. Maybe the Vicky, not great.
Well, they might still give it a name.
I would be very surprised if it wasn't a sponsored stadium, given the cost of it. Which at this stage will be
Marvel
is estimated
2.
to be. Let's have a look.
That's a fucking big number, dude.
An estimated $3.785 billion. It's yet to be announced cost of stadium, although the 100-day review said it would come in at an estimated almost $8 billion. That's a fancy stadium. Although it would be stadium and surrounds of the park development.
What they're doing, the Parramatta Eels thing, where they put a bunch of half-court basketball shit around the outside of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Tell kids to have fun on the weekends and whatnot.
Bit of that.
As long as there's a pub immediately across the road, I'm happy.
Maybe not. I don't know. Knowing Brisbane, there'll be a pig and whistle right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gabba's set to be demolished following the games to make way for urban renewal. So I imagine
it's going to exist.
A roundish park surrounded by apartment buildings. Probably. If we look at the way of, what was it, Footy Park?
Oh, Victoria Park's over.
Or Victoria Park.
Oh, no.
What?
I don't like that.
It's closer to the sea. It's on the right side of the river, at least. But
where does the train go?
Great question. I think they're going to have to do something.
Oh, no, the train goes right by it. I just don't... Oh, yeah, it stops at Bowen Park. Maybe they'll do a thing from Bowen Park. Exhibition station, sorry.
A little extension of exhibition station.
Yeah.
But it's up the...
Because that doesn't look too far. How do you drop a pin?
The other way.
Measure distance. It's like...
Oh, yeah, it's out that side. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's less than a K. You could very well make people walk that.
You could.
You just have to put a very good path in.
Yeah, correct.
The golf course is going to get hammered, I suppose, at Victoria Park. There's no fucking way they're fitting in the stadium and surrounds as well as the golf course.
Yeah, no, I think that's...
Ibis Island's going to get smacked.
I think that's gone, definitely. If I remember correctly...
What was the whole point of the Cross River Rail then if the Gabba's not going to exist? Does that mean there's going to be a train to the Gabba
station?
Yeah, does that mean there's going to be a train to the Gabba, I don't know, 15 minutes before the thing's knocked over?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, all the people that were protesting it are actually correct. I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Nah, look, to be fair, the people of Wollongabba probably needed a train station. And I think it stops at that. No, shut up. And I think it stops at that the big bus station that's already there, doesn't it? So
yes, that's true. That's correct.
So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, this Cross River run also looks like it might. Oh, their city planning shit is so fucked to try and deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now people could walk down from Exhibition Station, right? Or I know the busway, because the inner city bypass is right there, like in between the two, right in between the city and that.
The busway is the metro, isn't it? They call it the metro.
The metro runs on it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So the busway is the bit that goes sort of underground under the CBD and then spits back out. But I know there is. I'm pretty sure there's stops right there on the busway because there's schools,
QUT, like as well.
Yeah, and Brisbane Grammar and stuff are literally right there. And then there's a decent overpass, pedestrian overpass from Spring Hill across too. But if you zoom in where that is, there's actually Normanby Car Wash, Queensland Rail, which is, I believe, where they wash the trains. So there's space for them to wash the trains.
Imagine being the car wash that's just like, we wash cars and fucking Queensland Rail. I was like, you wash trains, mate. Imagine getting that contract, mate. You'd be feeling on top of the world as a car wash guy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. But that being said, there's probably space for them to put in a stop,
Yeah, 100%.
given it's there's enough space to do that there.
Oh,
But
bro,
yeah,
imagine being a student at QUT Kelvin Grove and being a Lions fan.
mm,
They haven't thought this through because the stadium's going to go in and then everyone's going to go to the uni bar after the game. That's either
yes,
going to
very true.
mean for a shortage of 4X in Brisbane or inflated beer prices at QUT Kelvin Grove's campus. No one's considering the economic impact of students that have to pay more money for beer.
Yeah, great point.
That's how you break into meth because you can't afford a pint.
Correct. Good point. But yeah, so part of the development is some of the athletes' village will be built at the showgrounds as well. So I guess they'll just wander over.
Yeah, I mean, that's not far, is it?
No, exactly. But yeah,
They've thought about this, haven't they?
The current Premier, David Crisafulli, said, wouldn't it be amazing to see the Australian cricket team win gold at the Olympic final, the Gabba's swan song, if you will?
No, it seems like he's making it too emotional.
Possibly.
You can make it emotional after it happens. Otherwise, you just...
Jinxing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, this is from the ABC. Beyond the Games, Victoria Park is set to be the new home of the Brisbane Lions, Brisbane Heat and Queensland Bulls, with the ability to host AFL, Test cricket and other events.
I don't know about you, but whenever I see Shield highlights, I don't think I've ever seen them play at the Gabba. Do they actually play at the Gabba?
Yeah.
The Bulls? Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Shield highlights, it's always in like...
suburban ground.
The middle of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, Allan Border Field.
Yeah. Now, hear me out.
Over in Albion.
The Olympic triathlon should just follow the Weet-Bix Kids triathlon course from back in the day in South Bank. Good point. I mean, you'd have to extend the swimming area.
True.
By like 7 lengths.
True, yeah.
But could be a vibe.
Correct. I know they're planning to use the Brisbane River for rowing.
You don't want to use it for anything that involves anyone getting in the water.
No, you certainly don't want another, Brazil, Paris situation.
No.
Not really for cleanliness reasons like there, but more for aquatic life reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it would certainly make the rowing events more interesting if the city cats are still going. and or the Bluey character city dogs.
I was going to say city dogs as well. Yeah.
But yeah, interested to see. Maybe they just call it. I mean, you can't call it the new Gabba because of the location, obviously. But will it just be the new Brisbane Cricket Ground, or does the Brisbane Cricket Ground just become defunct and unusable?
Nah, it's unfortunately gonna go the way of the whacker, isn't it?
Yes. Well, even worse.
Yeah, might be Vodafone Stadium.
Nice one.
Zing.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, tough. They're not going to give it a cool name. It's gonna be a name that's going to get them a lot of money over the next decade.
Now, with the Olympic events, I would assume they're using. Well, I guess they wouldn't have if they've got the Gabba and that stadium. But the Gabba's so shit to get to. You would assume they would use. Surely, if Rugby Sevens is in, they're using Suncorp Stadium, right?
Makes sense.
Or
I just clicked around near Victoria Park. There's like a random rugby field I accidentally clicked on near there as well. And if that's near the accommodation, they could use that for heats and stuff as well if it's near the village.
Sure. Or I guess they could play at Ballymore too.
That might have been the one I clicked on.
An actual rugby stadium, yeah. But it's a legitimate
stadium.
It's a legitimate suburban ground.
Yeah. Do they play Magic Round there at all? Or is every game a Magic Round at Suncorp?
They literally just play them all at Suncorp.
It's worse than playing one game at MedLife.
Probably true. But where I'm getting to is for the Women's World Cup, right? It was Brisbane Stadium, insert city name stadium, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have 3 Brisbane stadiums.
Tough.
For the Olympics. What are they going to be called? Brisbane Rectangular Stadium. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Do they just get to be called the Gabba? Does it just get to be called the Brisbane Cricket Ground? Because, mate, it'll probably just be cricket played there.
For the Olympics, they got to call it. If it's going to get knocked down, they should just keep it the Gabba.
Yeah.
For the culture.
Yeah. I mean, it's referred to as the Gabba on all official ticketing sites for Test cricket and stuff like that. So
yeah,
surely that's good enough.
Wow, it really is nice that they squeeze in the one grand final there, isn't it?
Yeah. But now I don't know. Maybe they'll be forced to Super Bowl it up and rotate them around.
Nah.
G. Woptus, insert.
Could you imagine
Sun Super Stadium in Brisbane?
Could you imagine your
Tassie Stadium?
Your favourite Gold Coast Suns get to go to the grand final, and instead of getting to go to the G and experience the, I don't know, billion odd years of culture and whatever at the G, you have to go to fucking Perth.
I thought you were going to say Brisbane, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. You said Perth, and it's way worse.
I wasn't going to say Tassie either, because I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be watching it in Tassie. But also, like, if it went around to Tassie, I mean, you got like a 30,000 seat stadium there. Could you imagine, I don't know, like a Collingwood Carlton grand final?
Tickets would be $20,000.
Yeah, like first release would be to people paying upwards of $5,000 a year membership just because of availability.
Yeah.
So,
good point. Although I don't doubt that Optus Stadium is better than the G.
Oh, probably.
As far as facilities,
it's definitely newer, and is also, I mean, it's large.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably almost a better viewing experience because except for right where the benches are, all the seats are raised up, gladiatorial arena style, where they're above the playing surface. Whereas the G has a big hill in the middle, so all the water runs off. You can't actually see the footy on the ground on the opposite side if you're sitting by the fence.
Here's my only problem, is that it's a much worse view for 40,000 people that can't fit in the stadium.
Oh, maybe. Tele coverage is pretty good.
Oh, fuck you. All right, I'm ready to get my tip out. I've even loaded on the computer. I don't even have to look at my phone.
Sure.
The benefit of going to the AFL tipping app.
You could tip through ESPN on computer too.
Oh, I know, but it kept giving me problems.
All right, let me
I think it was just signing me out far too often. Whereas I think the AFL security, they don't give a shit. They just let you say sign into your browser indefinitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I can just open up a tab on my phone and it's there.
Yeah. Even after the tab's been put to sleep, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's still logged in. We do start off Thursday, 27th of March, 6:30 p.m. At local time.
Queen's time.
Say 7:30 for you?
7:30 location of game, yeah.
Awesome. I'm going Port Adelaide against Essendon by 26 points.
Odds are a bit rude, I think.
It shouldn't be that close.
It shouldn't be that close. Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
By 24 for me.
Ooh, close.
Yeah.
If it's 25, do we both just get one then?
Yeah.
Or do I bust because the price is right?
You might bust just watching Essendon lose.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
All right, on to Friday, Carlton Western Bulldogs under the dome.
Pick on this one.
Back-to-back dome games. That's odd.
3 of the first 4 games are at the Dome.
Oh, hell yeah. Gold Coast getting the good treatment.
Sorry, just checking. Carlton's home ground, MCG, right?
Bombers home ground?
They stink. They can get put wherever. But it's like Bulldogs played a home game at the MCG last week, and now they're playing an away game at Marvel against a team that plays at home at the MCG.
Yeah, great point. It's got to be this is AFL pulling the big lever of, hey, you've got to play in the stadium that we own.
Yeah. Yeah, but last week they played that card like not at all. They just forgot they had it. They're like, oh shit, no.
Exactly. Man, this is a tough one. Carlton Bulldogs.
I think I'm gonna take Carlton.
So you think that
Are you about to logic me?
you think that Richmond and Hawthorn are better than, I mean, Bulldogs have a win, are better than North Melbourne and Collingwood. Actually, the combined sums of both of those things are probably pretty even.
Yeah. It's too early to say. I think there's no way Carlton are turning up to this game and not giving it 110%.
Everything.
It's not do or die. I'm not going to be the fucking AFL media and be like, yeah, in these really important games, the second game they've played this season, it's going to make or break it. No, Hawthorn went 0-5 last year and they did better than Carlton. So, like, look, Carlton can lose the next 2 or 3 games they play and still do well. But I think as coach, Vossi is probably telling them to bring their mouth guards to training and to fucking knuckle down and get it done.
You don't think it's a bit early for a mouth guards training game?
No, I think you're better off starting now.
Mm.
And look, they had some great moments against the Hawks last week too.
That's true.
Keeping Sam Darcy quiet might be a bit tough, but
I think
that's my risky one for this week.
You've almost talked me into it because I feel like Carlton's less injured than the Bulldogs are.
Yeah, Kurno's back.
Yeah.
And like he obviously had a tough one last week, but also like the Hawks defense is fucked, bro.
It's very
so
good.
Like in a good way. It's fucked for the Hawks.
And Mackay shouldn't be pooping himself still this week.
Yeah, in theory he's not eating from the same restaurant that made him shit himself last week.
Correct.
And
Tom Liberatore, pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know how many weeks in a row he can put up 34 and a goal.
No, not against.
He looked pretty banged up at the end of last game.
Your mate Walsh.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Paddy Cripps. Like, talk shit about him as much as you want, but normally he does absorb the ball.
Yeah.
A bunch. And if he's got the ball in his hands, Tom Liberatore doesn't.
Correct.
So I'll talk shit about Paddy Cripps, but I mean the numbers win sometimes.
I think you've talked me into it.
Sorry if it's wrong.
Carlton.
Yeah.
It's tough because the Bulldogs are undefeated this year. The Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Western Bulldogs are undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do have to consider they lost to North, didn't they?
Correct.
So, like, next one's an easy one. I'm taking the Suns over the D's every day. I think the Suns are a great team, and I think the D's stink.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. People first. Optus Stadium, Darwin, MCG. Suns play anywhere now.
Yeah, people are saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They threw off the road hoodoo late last year. As well and truly off.
Yeah, when it didn't matter for last season, they started making it matter for this season.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is a great positive way to think about the pointless matches at the end. Gone in hard there. This next one stinks. St Kilda Richmond at the early 3:15 slot on the Saturday. I'll tell you this for free. I will 100% not be tuning into this.
This might be our first must-miss TV game of the year.
This has to be it. Unless the thing is, though, I'm not willing to put that down because Richmond could Richmond.
Yes, correct.
Again.
Correct. They could turn back into a carriage.
Yeah, I'm not going to put Richmond, but if someone put down Richmond, I wouldn't be against it, given St Kilda. You know what? I actually will watch it because I think I'll be at the pub on the way to UTAS, so it'll probably be on.
Yes, you'll be watching it in some capacity, I imagine. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go St Kilda. Just jumping back real quick.
Sorry.
Gold Coast Suns guaranteed going to win this game because it'll be preparation for them to be undefeated at the G until September.
Yeah. Wait, then I'll play the G again.
No.
I guess they do have the Darwin games, to be fair. That kind of slurps them up.
Yep.
Other thing, actually, I tucked away earlier for that is obviously Cherry and Gawn. Cherry won the matchup last week. I think Gawn's going to lose the matchup again this week just to really rail on any journalist that was talking about Max Gawn being the best ruck in the competition at the moment. Jay Witts is going to have a game, I think, against Gawny.
Jared Witt's not a pushover.
No.
At all. Certainly not someone you'd want to face back-to-back weeks after Cherry. Hard assignment, that's for sure.
I mean, if you're looking at the stats, Gawn had a really good game against a backup ring-in ruck in their GWS game. So played incredible against a backup. So I don't know.
Yeah,
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. All right, the main event for you this weekend.
Yeah, games at 7:35. I've been told to be at the members section or some section of the ground at 7 p.m. to line up for the Guard of Honour.
Nice.
So I'm getting pretty excited. Hopefully I'm allowed my phone recording video of that moment. That'll be nice.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, funnily enough, I've picked Hawthorn for this one.
I'm not surprised whatsoever.
I think the thing is, $1.50 against $2.60. I don't understand how the odds differential is that much when the odds differential between Port Adelaide and Essendon is 60 cents. Doesn't make any sense. I would have thought Hawthorn GWS would be a tighter game.
Yeah, potentially, but you may not have factored in. Hold on, I refreshed my app now. I've got to put all my tips in again. 1 second. You may not have factored in what I've just checked on the forecast, which is
perfect weather,
30-kilometre-hour winds throughout the duration of the game.
30?
Yeah.
I didn't check the wind. I'll tell you what though, it's
that might.
It's not going to be raining.
No, it's not. But those winds, it could be Hawks by 80. Hawks in windy Launceston hits different.
If Chol hits the post, dude, when he hit the post last week, I was like, oh, we are straight back to regularly scheduled broadcasting, aren't we? But yeah, look, I think GWS have some good small forwards too, and they're probably going to crumb the ball really hard. But also, Hawthorn aren't a kick the ball big along the line kind of team a lot of the time anyway. So, I think most of their game, they're quite happy to keep it low and tight. So, yeah, no, it's
should be a good
every
one.
day of the week, yeah.
Should be a good one.
I'll be cold, but I'll be fucking loving life.
It will be a bit chilly. What is the official temperature going to be?
About 20, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
But wind chill.
So a bit cooler with wind chill.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now,
it's 16 in Lonnie right now.
Now, it's your event has been, officially labelled Hoxeston. Right.
Yep. Gusts up to 62 kilometres an hour on Saturday.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Holy shit. Nothing compared to Alfred, though. I'm not here to fuck around.
Yeah. Now, paying, maybe an homage to the location, and I know you've gone Hoxeston, pretty good. You could have just maybe left it at Hoxest.
No.
Because it is...
That's dangerous, that.
It is, after all, a get-together to support the Hawthorn Football Club with your cousins.
Yeah. Hear me out. Less likely to get on television and be allowed in the Guard of Honour wearing hoodies that say Hoxest.
What if you just made it like a continuation word where there's the hyphen, it's Hoxest hyphen
on?
Yeah.
That sounds dodgy. It's like saying, oh, yeah, the Hoxest is on. But yeah,
food for thought for next year.
I'm incredibly excited. Would you believe? I can't wait.
Excellent. Very good. All right, and then we'll jump up to the Gabba at the same time. Same. We've got fucking daylight savings. Just put it an hour later.
That's the last game of the round too. They could have gone a 7:30 slot.
I mean, they're Sunday games.
Sorry, last game of the night.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, they could have just gone.
They could have quite easily fit a
7:30 local time.
Yeah.
Prime time.
For the Lions.
Yeah. And then it would have been a nice hour difference, roughly half time in the other match.
Yeah.
Probably. The rescheduled opening round matchup, Brisbane Geelong.
Oh, of course.
This would have been the flag unveiling.
This would have been a much tougher pick at opening round.
Yes.
I'm picking Brisbane. And I think reasonably confidently given last week.
Yeah, they were tested, but bounced back. And Geelong weren't great.
Tested and gave up.
Yeah, weren't great.
Yeah, both against teams they should have been knocking over quite easily, you'd like to think as well.
Oh, yeah.
As fans of either team. So
Without a doubt. All right, Gabatoir up and about again.
Yeah, facts.
And then into Sunday, we've got Adelaide Oval, Adelaide hosting North Melbourne.
Yeah, I'm dubbing this Sunday Stinky Sunday. Adelaide trumps that. Adelaide wins that game.
Yes, correct.
If North Melbourne pull out some bullshit at this game, given people are talking about Adelaide being in contention, if North Melbourne figure something out this game, it's going to be utter confusion in next week's recaps. I'll tell you that for free.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I will give you. I'm going to go Adelaide, obviously, given their form so far. I will give you another pick for this one: the over. Yes,
Adelaide and the over for sure.
Yeah, both teams.
Adelaide getting the over themselves.
Both teams. What's Adelaide averaging? 145-ish. North Melbourne averaging around 120 or just under 120. Or maybe
both teams reasonably happy to get scored against too.
Yes, correct. Correct. Adelaide's 2 games, 261 points, and 207 points. North Melbourne's 191 and 210. 220.
Wow.
I should say.
What's the line at?
210. And it's over under 188.5.
Hammer it.
Hammer the over.
All the way to the bank.
Responsibly.
Yeah, sorry.
And then, finishing off Stinky Sunday, as you said. Like, the first game might be good. First game, shootout Sunday. Yeah. Second game, Stinky Sunday.
I'm half tempted to pick West Coast against Freo.
Western Derby. It just hits different, doesn't it? We've got 17 versus 18. Winner gets off the bottom.
I will pick Freo. There's no home advantage here. This is why they need another stadium across the other side of the park.
Yes.
They need an Optus versus Telstra stadium or something like that.
Yeah, and then a park in the middle where fights can happen.
Yeah. Don't put street lights in it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Freo. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if West Coast had a crack.
I'm sure it'll be a very heated affair.
Yeah, I mean, Harley Reid was flipping off fucking Brisbane fans last week. So,
I forgot to mention
what's he going to be doing to the Freo fans?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at the injury list. I feel like Freya's more injured, but can you trust him?
I can't trust either team.
Yeah.
And I've already convinced you into one small 20-cent upset.
Can't tip the draw, so I'm going to pick Fremantle.
Can't tip the draw. They were close last week, to be fair. So
walk away with 2 points each. Might be the best option.
Currently, my estimated return on a $10 stake is $229.02.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. All right. We'll do quick shoe-ins. I get first pick. Obviously, can't pick Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Yeah. I am going to pick the Gold Coast Suns.
Lovely. I'm picking Hawk. We're both going to be so happy or so sad. It's one or the two.
One or the other. I don't know.
Why did I say one or the two?
It's getting late.
Yeah.
My page closed. Hold on.
Oh, do you want me to just put them in?
Fine, I can do it.
No, I'm here. Fuck you.
Yeah. So Gold Coast Suns undefeated at MCG.
Kiss of Death is based on is North Melbourne then, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I have understood what it means.
Yep.
It's sweet.
Thank you. Now, quickly on the Harley Reid thing, right?
Oh, it was like this.
Yes, very good. Yep. We might have to blur that for the YouTube.
Maybe. Well, we have hard-coded subtitles, and I swear in this. So, I think
it's entertainment.
With... Yeah.
Yeah. We're not looking for a PG classification. You're allowed to swear.
No, in the made for kids section, I select no.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're not popping up on kids' YouTube. YouTube for kids.
Yeah, there's some dodgy shit on kids' YouTube though. To be fair.
Yeah. And plenty of innuendo jokes in there, I'm sure, like all kids' TV shows.
Oh, there's some more obvious than that.
Mm.
Yeah, there's some
on the Harley Reid thing, I don't actually care. I don't actually mind it, right? Because fans can jeer and do whatever. I've seen plenty of fans in the crowd give birds and double birds before, two players, many times. If fans can do it to the players, I think it's fair game for the players to do it to the fans. And I've seen this.
If it was actually an offensive gesture or like really rip it into someone verbally, I would explain. I would understand.
Sure.
But it's just flipping someone off. I greet people by doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not that bad, really.
Yeah, it's weak sauce.
Exactly.
But he got more of a fine than Rory Lobb.
True.
I'd argue lower impact.
But also true. If someone can boo you for 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon, you should be able to flip them off.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
And I've seen this theory before. For I think it was someone saying it for the NBA. Everyone in the league should get one fight. They're allowed to fight. They're allowed to fight one fan. They can stop the game and call them out, and they fight him right there on the floor.
If you made that a rule, I don't think it would get used because, in theory, after the first 3 people actually get called out and have to fight fucking Joel Embiid, like, yeah, everyone else is going to be like, oh, no, shit, this is real. I'm going to not do this ever again because these are fucking athletes. Yeah.
Exactly. Or you go into the match and it's like, you go into the game, it's like, oh, does he or doesn't he have his fight left? You know, does he have his fight card up his sleeve still? Or can we really go at him in a playoff game or in a final or whatever? Can we really hassle him? Or does he have his fight up his sleeve?
Yeah, the yellow AFL stats page now tracking which round players use their fight in.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And this might be, you know, this also might just, you know, filter back into how I just try and make every sport more like ice hockey.
Yeah, weird that.
Just bring fighting into the AFL, but not between players. We get enough sort of niggles there. We don't need actual fighting, but let's fight some fans.
I mean, it lines up. I think it works.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to put in some sort of waiver into when you purchase a ticket.
Oh, there's waivers in there already.
Yeah, well, I just
for injury and incidents and stuff like that.
Yeah,
exactly. It's just another sub clause to that clause.
Yeah. Look, I think it's a bit. Look, I would understand TV broadcaster being like, yeah, Harley, you probably can't do that. But the AFL itself, I think it's a bit gross. I also think the ABC News saying Harley Reid has been fined $1,000 by the AFL for making an obscene gesture is the biggest overstatement of the week, perhaps. It is not an obscene gesture. Like, I see more people smile in response to a middle finger and like use it like in jest than actually use it seriously. Like, I haven't even seen the clip of him doing it, but I assume he was probably smiling at the time.
Harley Reid.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
What were the fans doing? Do we get to see that?
I believe that was shortly before the fan then offered him a packet of tissues. They
did this.
They were booing him because he got knocked over by Big O as he kicked the footy and then won a downfield free kick.
Oh, they did give him some tissues.
Yeah.
That is potentially the most subtle flipping off of all time, by the way. I think he's done the half.
Yeah.
That's so weak, bro. That's fucking weak sauce. The grown man giving a 19-year-old a packet of tissues is probably the one that should be fined. Like, grow the fuck up.
Exactly. See, this is where we get our fight, right?
Yeah. He deserves that. I mean, Harley had handed it to Zorko earlier in the game, but also Zorko was probably fucking asking for it. He's not the nicest bloke out there.
Also
he's a
true.
bit of a, like Maynard-esque. Like, he's on track. Like, he's in the conversation, but he's not that kind of. No, what's the word? Thug. He's not a thug, but he's, maybe the thuggiest at the Lions potentially at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The goon. He's the goon. Featuring the guy from American Pie, actually. There you go, full circle.
All the way back.
Yeah.
All the way
that's
back.
weak sauce. Oh, man. Like, when we yell at players / referees at the footy, I feel like we're pretty diplomatic. Not diplomatic. Ethical in the way that we yell at them when they do something gross.
Sure.
Not just something like getting up slowly after running into someone that's fucking 7 foot tall, dude.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, whatever. That's fine. 60-year-old men at the footy wearing a Brisbane Bears Guernsey with a Brisbane Lions Hawaiian shirt open in front of it are probably going to do whatever they want because they don't listen to anyone, especially not their wives, given that they were allowed to leave the home looking like that. So don't dress like that, kids. Pick one. Can't imagine it wasn't sweaty underneath that, given that the players were cramping up. Like, if you're wearing a Guernsey with a Hawaiian shirt over the top, you are probably dripping.
Oh, yeah. Everyone knows how sweaty you get in Hawaiian shirts. Those things don't breathe.
Yeah, as both people that have been to the footy in a cardboard shirt from Lowe's, we're pretty aware.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you would... It makes no sense for those shirts to be made out of that material, given where they're for.
Yeah. The two that I picked up from TK Maxx one time, extremely breathable, love it. Lowe's need to fix their shit.
Yeah. All right. Any other news? Any football in it or anything you want to talk about?
International break. There's more Trent rumours, and I'm going to keep believing their rumours until they happen. Real Madrid soon TM is the rumours, and I'm going to sit here and wait. Anything can happen. Fabrizio's been wrong before.
He has. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I did see someone post online that they shouldn't play Trent anymore for the rest of the season. He doesn't deserve to be part of, potential run to win the league, and doesn't even deserve a spot on the bench during said run. Should just be completely sat for the rest of the season.
I think you'd have to be a pretty weak sauce fan to not appreciate what he's done already this season and what he can bring to the table just to get that trophy. Because that's also tantrum level behaviour too, to be fair. That's like, because you can't do that in advance. You can't be like, we won't play you if you sign this contract. Because then you play him and then he signs the contract.
Correct.
Or he signs the contract and then you don't play him. And it's like, well, you look really bad if you sign if he signs the contract with Madrid and then you don't play him and then you lose the league because you didn't fucking play him.
Yes.
Summary, play him. Excellent player. Literally born in Liverpool. I don't know. Has lived there for, how old is he? 24, 25 years at this point. He can have his gap year and come back. That's fine.
Let him go learn a few tricks and come back.
Yeah, I can't imagine a Scouse accent speaking Spanish, to be fair. And ask me, you want some chicken, lad? Hola, amigo.
Jesus Christ.
You want some paella, lad? All right, I'm sorry.
Terrible. Should we get back to flipping a coin?
Could do.
All right, hold on. I don't have anything open.
Oh.
Please hold the line.
I'll fill space. Mo Salah, running down the wing. Does it say Mo on the back of this? I can't read it.
It says Salah.
Salah.
Yeah.
So tasty. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I got Mo on the back of this one or Verge on the back of this one. Because I've already got Trent. Not that I'm mad that he might leave, but because I've already got him on a shirt.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He got the lucky gig of getting the Premier League winners patch on the previous one I got, actually. So
there you go.
Good on him.
All right, Keelan. It's going to be your flip.
Ooh. Do I get to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sweet. There it is.
Flips him you.
What is this Defender? Oh, you're getting Land Rover ads now. Fucking hell.
Must live on a farm. In England.
Yeah. You're in the Cotswolds, mate.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, my cursor moved. So I was...
Tails.
Oh, his head. Tough luck. Tough luck.
I thought I'd change it up. I've ruined the streak for naught. I'm incredibly disappointed in my behaviour. Full credit to the rest of the boys, though. This loss will weigh heavily on my shoulders.
Yep, fair enough. Lifetime 21 and 22. Tough look. All right. Thank you, Keelan. See you next week.
A sad goodbye.